Hello, it's a bright, beautiful sunny day here. It's freezing, but lovely out. I have two jobs I'm going to get to today. One of them, I had some questionable onion seeds from last year that I wanted to make sure were viable, so I chitted those and the tails have appeared, so now I'm going to pluck those out and drop them into a seed tray. And I also have a cucumber seedling that is for indoor growing that I'm going to pot up into a bigger pot. So I'll bring you down to show you those. They're right here, by the way. I don't have artificial light, I just do it on my windowsill. There's my wee cucumber, and this is just my seedlings I'll show you now. Okay, let me just pull up the paper towel. Oh, I can see lots here. I wasn't expecting as many to chip, to be honest. These onions are called talon, and they are a long day, long storage onion that I grew a few last year. They performed okay. I do prefer my sets, I keep saying that. So here's your tail. If it had a shoot, that's fine, but you want to put the tail in the ground or downwards and the shoot facing up. And you'd know the difference because the shoot will have this little seed pod attached to it still. It doesn't lose that. But these just have the tails. You be careful with the tails or try to catch them before they get too long so you don't break that off. But again, they're just going in that way. I'll show you that. I better start at the beginning so I don't get confused. Fancy dibber pen, yeah. Down goes the tail. And cover it in. Normally I would have this soil, the potting soil, pre-soaked, but I want these to go into a nice fluffy so I don't break the tails off, if that makes sense. But I will, of course, water from the tray underneath for it to soak up. There's one down, and I'll see how many I get. You can put more than one in a cell, but I don't have that many, so I'm just going to do one in each. Gosh, they're tiny, aren't they? Okay, I got up to here, so that's 20 of the talon onions. I've just put some water in, so that's soaking up. Of course, if you're starting from seed, same process, just sprinkle lightly to cover with just enough soil. And you need the contact. I find that if you don't put that 1/4 inch, like they say on the packet, to cover, they have a hard time rooting. And same if you don't want to put them in too deep either. Now, if you have grow lights, fabulous, stick this under your grow lights. I do not have that. So if you're like me, you put it in a sunny window and hope for sunny days over the winter. And I won't waste these. I will put the remainder and see if any more chit for me. I'll put them back on the windowsill. By the way, I've got a wee pepper there coming. These are for indoors. Some leaf lettuce for indoors. So we'll see if any more chit. Now my cucumber, this is called Burpless Beauty, I believe, though I may get a surprise because I never labeled it. I'm just going to pot it into this pot. I would have liked a little bigger, but that'll do. And I'll get on with that. You can bury a cucumber right up to the leaves. No problem. And that's what I'm going to do. Let's see the roots. I love plastic cups because you can see the roots. There's my hole. There's my plant. I have never noticed this before. The roots or something here already smells like cucumbers, like strong smelling cucumbers. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's, I think, going to be the home for this little cucumber, because as he grows, I'll train him to climb up with these pepper plants. And they can all fight it out. I have grown cucumbers in my house many years, and though they don't produce tons and tons, it's always fun to get a few, and they always remain good and healthy. Yeah, these plants are finally doing well. That's good. And they've got, I was going to cut this off, but there's a lot of new shoots or new fruits coming. So I think he'll be happy here. I was just coming into the pantry to get a cup of coffee, and I remembered that I don't think I showed you yet. Bruce has hung the handmade jute bags that my sister gifted me in my pantry, so I want to show you those. It's not the best lighting in here, but hopefully you can see. She had originally purchased 3 for me, and she went back and bought me 3 more. They come from, they're handmade in Turkey. I can't imagine the shipping she probably paid, but I love them. And there's a wee one up here. Let's see if I can stand back and you can see them. This was a wall that we didn't utilize much because this room, the pantry, wasn't really large enough, and though I did want shelves on both sides, Bruce convinced me we just wouldn't have a space to you know, function in here. So we left this wall blank. So what a perfect fit. My sister knows me too well. Aren't they lovely? And I love that I can put nuts in here, because when we come to get our cup of coffee, we can get our daily, we just come in, crack some nuts while we're waiting for the coffee to brew, and get our daily quota of some nuts for our health. So thank you, my sister. I love them.